Hey everybody, and welcome to the bullshit party. And in this one, we're gonna be taking a close look at the new podium vehicle, the Greenwood. As always, I'm gonna be taking you on a tour of its exterior, its interior, the way it's customized in Los Santos Customs, and ultimately the goal of this video is to tell you if it's worth it. Please like the video as it helps out the channel a lot, and spread the video to as many people as possible. And let's get started with the 360 around the Greenwood while I give you some facts about it. First and foremost, believe it or not, this vehicle costs about $1.5 million. It was released in the middle of 2022, which makes it about a year old as of the making of this video. And in terms of the exterior, I believe it's pretty cool looking, and it's based on the real world Dodge Monaco, the 77-78 version. Now, in terms of interactivity, this is what you can do with the vehicle. You can open, wait for it, all of its... Wait, what are we doing here? We can open all of its four doors, the hood, and the trunk. And that's a beautiful American big engine V8, baby. So, yeah, that's kind of cool. And all in all, I gotta say, I'm really liking the exterior of the vehicle. One thing that I didn't mention is that this, believe it or not again, is a muscle car. So it's in the muscle car category in GT Online, which means it can do wheelies. But wheelies later. Now, let's see what the interior looks like. And I just realized what I just said. Yeah, wheelies later. And something that I didn't mention about the vehicle is it can be upgraded in the agency as well. Interior sucks. No surprises there. The sound, however, is very pleasant. Now that out of the way, let's see how it can wheelie. It's when it's stuck. Well, not very well. And I'm assuming, no surprises here, since it's a muscle car, it's gonna be rear wheel drive. Now with that out of the way, let's first check out the agency and what we can upgrade and customize there, even though we just saw the lock-on jammer, the missile, whatever. And then we're gonna be able to go to Los Santos Customs and basically customize this bad boy. And I'm really optimistic for Los Santos Customs because, as I said, this is a newer vehicle. So customization hopefully is gonna be better than most vehicles released on the Lucky Wheel lately. Because honestly, they have sucked. Now, here we are at the agency, and let's see what we can customize on the Greenwood. And of course, we're gonna be only doing the agency-specific customization here. Everything else is gonna be done at Los Santos Customs. And of course, this stupid animation is unavoidable. So let's just go like this, and here we are. Armor, now this is available everywhere, but the armor plating is something that's only available here. I'm not gonna be purchasing it. But this is how it looks, and it costs, well, it doesn't cost a lot. Now, let's see, the body trim, the brakes, those are all things that you can do, but the Imani Tech is something that you can only do from here. So it's the remote control unit and the missile lock-on jammer, which, by the way, is a very good deterrent for the Mark II oppressors. And I believe that's gonna be it. The louvers and the proximity mines actually is another thing. Basically, your way of firing back upon attackers is gonna be the proximity mines. So there you have it. Those are all the things you can do at the agency workshop. Now let's exit, and of course we need to exit again. So let's wait for that animation, and we're off to Los Santos Customs. And as always, I'm gonna be sharing with you my thoughts and impressions of the stock version of the Greenwood. Now, I have to say, even though this vehicle was recently released, well, fairly recently, it behaves horribly for a muscle car. It doesn't behave like a muscle car, is all I'm saying. It's very sloppy, it's very slow, the brakes are just horrible, and you know what? I take that back. It behaves exactly like a real American muscle car. But yeah, really disappointing, especially when you compare it to something a little bit more agile like the, I don't know, the Gauntlet, which is a million years old. But yeah, I'm only hoping that the customization, wow, and it's very bouncy for some reason. Just look at the suspension. It has a very, I guess, fitting suspension for its class. Just look at how it behaves. But yeah, it's not fun to drive, at least not now. But hopefully it's gonna change when we upgrade it. And here we are at Los Santos Customs, and as said before many times, the Bravado Greenwood is a muscle car. And you can sell it for, well, you can actually sell it for something, which is more than I can say about other vehicles. Now let's see. Brakes. Well, what do we want to do here? The engine, and we have to do 2 more, the transmission and the turbo. That's right, we're gonna be upgrading all the performance options up front, so you guys don't tell me that I'm stupid again. Now let's see, I probably need to go a little bit slower on those, but these are, wow, this looks so stupid. But yeah, these are all the things you can do to modify the vehicle, and you can do painted trim. Or you can do chrome. Is that right? Yeah, I'm actually liking how the chrome looks. But for the sake of being original, let's go with the painted trim. I'm assuming this is going to be the secondary color. Let's see, front bumper. And this actually is a legit front bumper. No splitters here. Ha ha ha. Now let's see. I actually like the chrome, so we're going to be keeping it. And I am most likely going to be... No, you know what? I'm gonna go with the painted bumper up front and a painted bumper up in the rear. And the reason for that is... Bumper delete. No, thank you. And the reason for that is I want the secondary color to match everywhere. And I want the vehicle to be shiny. You'll see what I mean in just a little bit. For now, let's see. Air filters. You can change the air filter of the vehicle. And, wow, this actually doesn't look that bad. Even though it looks kind of odd on a 4-door vehicle. It is what it is. Now, let's see. Do we have... woo! This one actually works. See, when I press the gas pedal, it actually opens up the intake valves, or whatever those things are called. So what's the difference between this one and this one? Oh, this is bigger, so it's better. And it also costs a little bit more. Do we have a bigger one? This looks kind of goofy. Now, let's see. I think I want to go with this one. Actually, maybe this one, because it's a little bit more discreet. And we want our discreet, see, or whatever the word is. Now, let's see. Exhausts. Here are all the exhausts we can choose from. And I wonder if we're going to have a side exhaust. That answered that. Okay, cool. Ooh, this one is actually even better. Yep, painted side exhaust. Of course, we're going to be making everything on the secondary color. Explosives, headlight covers. Yep, we're not going to be going with that. License plate liveries. Now, these are all the liveries you can choose from. Let me just go back to the start. And, yeah, this one's kind of a mess. Let's see. Nothing that I like so far. And, by the way, I kind of hate liveries altogether. This is really cool in my opinion. It reminds me of the old Dodge Chargers. So you know what, I probably am gonna go with this for $20,000. Yeah, maybe. Something that I want to mention is that this livery right here that Rockstar gave us as a default is not unique to the Greenwood Podium vehicle, as some have been in the past. So there's that. Kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. We have no way of differentiating this vehicle from any other vehicle that's on the street. Painted louvers. You know what? Yeah, let's go for it. Why not? Mirrors. We have actually a lot of mirror options, which is a surprise considering that Rockstar are usually really lazy with this type of thing, but it is what it is. Now let's see. Can we have... those are called missile mirrors. That's real. Wow, okay. Okay, let's go with that. License plate. Of course, we're going to go with yellow and black. Too bad we can't delete it, but it is what it is. I guess this is better than not able to modify it at all, like other vehicles we've had. We're going to be respraying the entire vehicle at the end of our stay at Los Santos Customs. I like the vinyl hood. Actually, really like the vinyl hood, so we're going to be going with it. Of course, it's going to be the secondary color as well. Spoiler, the only visual component. I'm not saying spoiler, I'm just saying the spoiler. Is the only visual component that has any impact on the performance of the vehicle. If you pay attention to the bottom left-hand side of the screen, you're going to see that the traction bar increases just ever so slightly when having a different spoiler on other than the non-one, basically the default one in this case. So we're going to be going... honestly, I kind of like how this one looks. Looks kind of goofy, but also kind of stylistic. Maybe this one, although... yeah, I don't really like 4-door vehicles with spoilers. They look so stupid. So, yeah, you know what? Let's go with this one. The painted antenna. And should be mentioned again, painted antenna has impact on the traction. That's GTA logic for you. Now, let's see if we can slam the vehicle to the ground, which is actually fitting for it. Transmission, turbo we already did. Wheels, I am actually liking those, so I am gonna be keeping them. Let's go with the light smoke tint on the windows, and it's time to respray the vehicle. And as always, I asked you guys, the viewers of the Bullshit Party, what color do you want me to make the vehicle in the video you're watching right now. And for this week, most of you suggested something that I can't show on screen, but go to my channel and look at the poll. Basically, the gist of it is yellow, so we're gonna be making it yellow. And as always, thank you so much to everybody that voted and participated on the poll, and hopefully you like how the vehicle is gonna turn out. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe and all that good stuff to participate in next week's poll and yada yada yada. Now let's see, maybe something, maybe classic colors is the way to go with this one. Yeah, you know what? I don't like yellow. As it turns out, it doesn't look good in yellow. And something that I'm also noticing is, where are the secondary colors? What? Oh, this looks so ugly with one color. Why was I under the impression that everything that we modified and put in extra detail on is going to be the secondary color? So we basically have no secondary color now. Well, that's so lame. Wow, I'm really hating this. Oh, I'm sorry. The interior changes. The stupid stitching on the seats. Oh, that's so stupid. Oh, way to mess this up, Rockstar. Thank you for that, by the way. I was kind of happy with what we were getting here. Crew emblem, of course, we're going to be getting. But before we exit Los Santos Customs... Oh, sorry, I can't look at the vehicle this way. Let's just go back to the... well, we don't want to... let's see. Body trim, is that the one? Yep, definitely want to do something with that. Let's go with the stock one here, the stock one here, and the stock one here. Whew, that's a little better. And let's change the mirrors back. Yeah, much better. Much better. And here we are. And this is the outcome of fully modifying this vehicle, then going back a little bit. So, because, well, the modifications were kind of stupid. And yeah, my safe is full. Oh, that's cool. Now, let's see. Is this still a rear-wheel drive vehicle? Well, it shouldn't come as a surprise, but yes, it is. It's still a muscle car. Even though some vehicles don't, you know, have the same driving capacity as they went in, but those are, I guess, Benny's vehicles, so completely disregard what I just said. What I'm saying is the vehicle still feels like a boat, a big boat that doesn't really turn well, that doesn't handle well, that's not good in accelerating, and it's basically a chore to drive around. Is it fun to drive? Yeah, somewhat. Is it good to drive? No, not at all. This vehicle is, honestly, how can I put this politely? A fantastic representation of what it feels like to drive a real old American muscle car, in the sense that it's very uneasy to drive, it's very, you know, unpredictable, and it's very loose, the steering and everything. Is it, you know, good to drive in game? No, just like a real muscle car isn't that fun to drive unless it's heavily modified and you know, updated to today's technology. But yeah, this is what I can say about the vehicle. The customization honestly was very good in my opinion. The only thing that broke it was that we couldn't change the secondary color on any of the components that we modified. How stupid is that? Who would want their vehicle to look the same color? At least give us the option. Maybe I messed something up, and if that's the case, let me know in the comments. But yeah, I'm not really happy about the customization colors they gave us. Is this worth getting for $1.5 million? Basically, if you're not getting it for free from the Lucky Wheel, I would say absolutely not. Can it still do wheelies? It can actually do kind of decent wheelies, although I've seen better. But yeah, is it worth getting for free from the Greenwood Podium? Well, if you have an empty garage space, I guess it's kind of okay. Although, yeah, a lot of missed opportunities here. If this is your first muscle car, I guess you're gonna enjoy it until you find something better, basically any other muscle car available in the game, and you're gonna find out what a steaming pile of crap this is, basically. Yeah, I'm really not happy about this one. Wow, I was so looking forward to this one, and I'm just so incredibly disappointed. In any case, I'm gonna soak my tears in something. Thanks so much for watching the video. Hopefully you found it informative, or at least a little bit entertaining. And if that's the case, please don't forget to leave a like, please subscribe to the channel, and consider becoming a channel member. Thanks so much for watching. Bye! Now let's go take on a real muscle car.